Hi folks, Lou here to discuss why dice pools, which are commonly used in RPGs, but perhaps not so much in other kinds of games, are poor design. Flat out, poor design. Now, why do I say this? Or perhaps I should say first, why do people do it? It's because a lot of people like to roll lots of dice. And so you have rules, or mechanics rather, that cause people to roll lots of dice. I encountered in particular in a RPG called Dystopia Rising, not the LARP, but the RPG, which is a wonderfully atmospheric RPG that has absolutely horrible mechanics. It uses 10-sided dice, and you have to roll several of them. The number you roll varies with various things, and then you have to look at the numbers to see what has worked and what hasn't. And that's not so easy to do on 10-sided dice. It's a terrible way to resolve anything. So what's wrong with dice pools? Number one, it's hard to see the result. It's much easier with one die than it is with a bunch of dice. Always. Number two, you need lots of dice. Having lots of 10-sided dice in this particular case is a problem, and it's expensive. Now, with 6-sided dice, it's not so much of a problem, and it's not so expensive. But number three, surely you can figure out a better way to do this than rolling bunches and bunches of dice. Surely. Now, I've seen games, commercial games, well-known commercial games where dice are used, but the dice have symbols on them. And that makes it somewhat easier to roll several dice or a bunch of dice and see what the result will be, because you're looking for certain symbols, or you're looking for symbols versus blanks. But with ordinary dice, where every side has something on it, that's not so easy to do. So we come back to, why can't you figure out a better way to do this? This just doesn't make any particular sense from a game design point of view unless all you're interested in doing is having a dice fest. And I'm sorry, dice fests are just not good game design, period, as far as I'm concerned. There are better ways to do things. Thanks for listening.